Hey, it's Beverly with the Intuitive Interior. I've been having so much fun playing with these new Ching cards. And, this is the back of the card that of the deck that I've been using. Just kind of using it as a little bit of a guide for, well, what kind of information do I need to have today? And sometimes it's been pretty well. Actually, most of the time it's been pretty darn spot on. Even done some readings for friends, and they also are excited about what kind of spot on information. But I had to tell you, this reading today, well, it kind of blew my mind. I've been watching as social media and the news reports and just conversations with friends have been exploding with messages of such great contrast. I'll just leave it at that. Some are that of, you've got to stay in. You can't go out and do anything. The other is, no, we've got to get out and go do everything. We open everything now. And, I've always said that there's been kind of that middle ground. Well, today I drew a card from my little favorite new I Ching deck. And first, actually, I drew a card after I had used this computer program that was part of the I Ching class that I took. Okay, got that one? Cool, because I kind of compare. And then I drew a card from the deck. It was the same card, the exact same one. There are 64 cards. There's definitely, a message here. And then, as part of this, there's, if you look here, you can see, this is the trigram. So this bottom trigram is Li. It is a fire element. It has to do with getting out there with, whatever, fire energy does. It's like, hey, we're going to be social. We're going to talk. Yeah. Okay. And then the upper one, it's a wood element. It's actually specifically the wind. I can't pronounce. I can't pronounce Chinese. But that's more about, social being, so essentially when this trigram comes up, that combination, it's about being social, being, getting together with your community in a more tangible way and finding those relationships that really glue you together. It is a lot about those the partnerships, the heredity, the things that bind us all together. And because I'm now looking at two different types of translations now, I've got a little bit of different perspective. The original translation, the one that is like the most literal, it talks all about how essentially the woman is the one who's supposed to make sure that the house in the family runs well. Again, the traditional dynamics. That though, without the partnership, without everybody doing their part, everything falls apart. So if you aren't able to keep the family in harmony and get out and be able to provide for that, everything kind of falls apart. And then in my little the big booklet that I've been going off of it is less about the family dynamic and more about the societal aspect of things, and how the only way to get through a difficulty is by working together. In addition, what made this whole thing even more like is there is a way to narrow down specifically on what to focus on. You just see how there's these different lines, so there's 6 lines. And so, there's going to be a line of focus. I got the same focus line on the computer and with these card decks. So I just want to read this to you because this is, I just thought it was so cool. So, just as there is a need for form and structure within a blood family, so too there must be form and structure to create cohesiveness within any group or society. When each individual shares in the responsibilities, all can benefit from the success. Unless everyone understands at the outset what is required of them, however, chaos will reign. And if we don't have chaos going on right now in our society, I don't know what, I mean, okay, yes, it could be worse. Absolutely, it could be worse. Right now, most people are just feeling horribly inconvenienced, and we've been incredibly privileged. Many of us have been incredibly privileged to not have to deal with a lot of inconveniences. But a lot of that is because we have to come together somewhere and find that middle ground where we can agree upon some rules and structures, or we could all really suffer. Wind and fire, they work together. Absolutely, wind can put out the fire. The masculine can put out the feminine. But you know, at the same time, fire creates wind. So there can be a positive, constructive cycle about this. You put the wood on the fire and it burns up, or you can go the other direction and everything stops. The reason why I'm sharing this is I use my own reactions kind of as a barometer for the society around me. Because again, I'm part of that. It's that whole concept of one drop has the same structure as the entire ocean. I don't know if you believe it or not, but I'm just telling you right now, think about how you are part of the ocean that is around you, and find a way where you can bring that gentle breeze back and not the roaring wildfire. So anyway, this is card number 37. If any of you want to go online and do your own research on it, it was line 1. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. I'll talk to you later.